Welcome to Trading Nation. I'm Eric Chemi. Today, let's trade tech. As big tech sees a rocky few weeks, a stunning 80% of names in the Nasdaq 100 are trading in correction territory. The question is, should you bet on a rebound for the group? Today, we've got Gina Sanchez from Chantico Global, and Matt Maley is here from Miller Tabak. Matt, let's start with you. What are you seeing in the charts of the Nasdaq 100?
Well, I mean, as much as this decline has been scary, at least somewhat scary, we have to realize, too, that it really hasn't done any technical damage to at least to its long-term charts. And even when I say long-term, I'm just going back a couple of years. It's not like you have to go back 10 years. You look at the 200-day moving average. The NDX is above that. It's above its 2-year trend lines, going back to the early 2016 lows. So we haven't seen that main technical damage. Now, I am concerned because we do see every day we see, or say on the days that we see bounces in the NDX or in the tech group, the NDX, the breadth on the NDX is so much better than it is on the Nasdaq, on the broad Nasdaq index, which tells me just a small number of stocks are kind of taking the group higher on the big up days, and on the down days they all kind of go down together. So that's a concern. However, so I do think we could see more of a downside. We even break some of those trend lines, but I don't see a repeat of 2000. It's just this rally, or the rally that we saw up until January, was much more fundamentally based. So even though we can see more downside, I certainly don't see a disaster.
Matt, is there any specific stocks that you're looking at beyond just the broad index?
Well, one of the things right now that I'm really watching is Google, because that's it is sitting right on a technical side. It's sitting right on its 200-day moving average, and just above its trend line, going back to those 2016 lows I talked about. So if that one breaks down below those lines and makes a lower low below its intraday lows from February, not many people are talking about those intraday lows. Those are key too. That would kind of tell you that some of the uncertainties that are surrounding regulation and those kind of issues are even bigger, and markets don't like uncertainty, and that could lead to another, take the group down further, and when you get more towards bear market territory. But again, I don't see a repeat of 2000 by any stretch of the imagination.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. I'm going to turn to Gina now. I want to get your thoughts both on the overall sector and then maybe a big company like Amazon. It's been in the news so much right now. I don't know how you think about what's going on there too.
Well, I think this is the classic case of having a vulnerability and a catalyst. The vulnerability was that these were very highly priced stocks. They're priced for very, very strong expectations. This has been an expansion, and we have seen the expectations for the tech stocks in particular, just tremendous, right? So there you have the vulnerability, and then you have the catalyst. The catalyst ended up really being kind of Facebook and the threat of regulation, and that sort of opened up the story to what other companies could that impact. Then when you see the president sort of using the U.S. Postal Service as a fig leaf to challenge Amazon, right? So this kind of opens up an era of uncertainty for this space, whether it's regulatory or other reasons. So, with regards to Amazon, I do actually think that could blow over. But, if you look at sort of all of the bad things that could happen from a regulatory perspective, from these inquiries, there's a lot that could happen. And as Matt said, the market doesn't like uncertainty. So you have very high valuations and a new uncertainty that wasn't there before. So that catalyst is going to bring the market lower. And we're still not yet sort of back into kind of long-term valuations. So we could actually see a bit more come off the market before we're back and calling this cheap.
All right, Gina, Matt, thanks for being here today. And thank you for watching Trading Nation. I'm Eric Chemi. We'll see you next time.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.